Guys, so we've been working on elapsed time using the mountains, hills, and rocks method. But today I'm going to teach you a different method called the T-chart. So I'd like you to try this on a couple problems, and then if you like the mountains, hills, and rocks better, do that one. If you prefer this one, then do this one. All right? So here we go. First thing is, it's called a T-chart because it kind of looks like a lowercase letter T. I'm going to draw a T on the screen. There we go. So a lowercase letter T. You are going to put the start time in the top corner and the end time in the other corner. So I'm going to do those with a different color. We'll use green for that one. So the start time we're going to do is, let's just do 2:45 p.m. And we're going to have the end time be 5:53 p.m. All right. So now we're going, let me see if I can zoom out a little since that looks so bad. All right, as good as I can do. So now we're going to use those charts right there, and we're going to count kind of like we did with mountains, hills, and rocks. Remember mountains, hills, and rocks? A mountain was 1 hour, a hill was 10 minutes, and a rock is 1 minute. So we're going to kind of still go in those increments of hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute. So going 1 hour from 2:45, I'm going to count these on my fingers, and I'm going to keep counting them on my fingers until I get to where I'm not passing my end time. So here we go. I'm going to pound 2:45, 3:45, 4:45, 5:45. Stop, 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 stop. I have to stop on 5:45. I'm going to write that on this side. And how many hours was that? 3 hours. I wrote it down so I don't forget. You got to record everything, otherwise you're going to forget. So now I'm going to switch away from hours, and we're going to go, since we just did our hills or our mountains, now we're going to move on to hills, the 10 minutes. So now I'm going to count how many 10-minute increments I can do without passing my end time. So if I have 5:45, this time I'm looking at this side, what would 10 minutes be from 5:45? If you don't remember, we looked at our little chart here, and you can go from 45, would go to 55, but I see a problem. 55 goes past my end time because that's only 53. So guess what? I can't use any 10 minutes. So I'm going to switch to 1 minute. So now I'm going to pound 45 and count up to 53. Ready? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That would be 8 minutes. I'm going to write 8 minutes. So the time that passed between those two times would be, I'm going to write it in a totally different color. I've got so many colors going on. 3 hours, 8 minutes. All right. So T-chart is just a little faster because you do a lot of it in your head. You're going to do more pound and count. Let's do another example. Set this one up. We got the T-chart. We got the start and end time with the AM and PM because remember that really makes a difference. All right, so I'm going to start with the hours side, just like we did mountain, hills, and rocks. Start with the hours. So I'm going to look at the 2. I'm going to count on, I'm going to pound 2 and count until I get to 6. But I can't just go 2 to 6. I have to say the full number. 2:16. Ready? 2:16, 3:16, 4:16, 5:16, 6:16. Can I do that? Yeah, because that doesn't pass the end time. So it's 6:16. How many hours am I writing? 4. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. 6:16, 4 hours. All right, now I'm going to switch to, remember if we were doing mountain, hills, and rocks, mountains would be hours, hills would be 10 minutes. So I'm going to switch to 10 minutes. So let's look at the minute side, the 16. If I do 10 minutes, I'd be at 26. So I'm going to pound the 16, then I'm going to go to 26, 36. I can do that. Can I do another one? 46? No, because I passed my end time. So I'm going to do 16, 26, 36. So I'm at 6:36. And I added not just 2, though, because I was counting by groups of 10. So 2 groups of 10 would be 20 minutes. All right, now how do I get from 36 to 37? 36, 37. That's just 1. So now I'm at my end time, and I added 1 minute. So now I just kind of total that all up to get my grand total. So it's going to be 4 hours. How much time passed? 4 hours, and then put these together, 21 minutes. Okay, so you've seen me do it twice. Now you need to do it with me. So do this next problem with me. So you need to go get a piece of paper and a pencil, dry erase board, something to write with. Pause this video and go get something that you can write with. If not, go get something. If you do, let's get going. So first you're going to draw me a T. So go ahead on your paper or whatever you're using, draw me a lowercase t. We're going to put the start time on one side. So let's go ahead with our start time. Let's do 8:18 a.m. By this time you should be awake and at school, or if you're online, you should be doing your attendance. All right, and then let's say when we go to lunch, no, let's do, I miss lunch. Yeah, let's do it lunchtime, 11:25. That's what time we are scheduled to go to lunch. Mine doesn't want to write. There we go. And it's still a.m. because we haven't gotten to p.m. yet. p.m. would be at 12. That's when p.m. starts. Okay, so we're going to start with our hour side. So look at the hours over here. We start with 8. We have to say 8:18, and we're going to stop when we're at 11:18. So ready? 8:18, 9:18, 10:18, 11:18. So what are you going to write on your paper? The end time that we just said goes here, and how many hours pass is going to go here. So write that. Let's see if you get the same thing I get. Got? You should have written 11:18, and then that was 3 hours. So now we're done with those mountains that are worth an hour. So we're going to move to the hills part that would be worth 10. So how many times can we do 10 minutes to get from this to that? We're on 18 and we go 10. We just go straight down the chart. 28. Do you see a problem? Yeah, if I get to 28, I've passed my end time, so I can't do any of those. So now I'm going to see how many times I can just do one little minute. So you're going to pound 18, count up to 25, write your answer down. We'll see if we get the same thing. Is that what you got? If you pound 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, that would be 7 minutes. So that's what I've written. Now I am going to give you about 10 seconds, and I want you to write the elapsed time at the bottom of your thing. Go ahead. How many hours? How many minutes? Hey, you should have written 3 hours, 7 minutes. That one you didn't have to add anything up because that's just what it ended up being on the chart. All right, so now that we've done several examples together, now I want you to do some examples on your own. Log into Seesaw and go to the assignment called Elapsed Time T-Chart. When you get in there, give me a second to get in mine. You have a start time and an end time. You're going to practice doing what we just did, where you do the hours first, then the 10 minutes, then the 1 minute. Record it here, and your answer will go right here where it says hours and minutes. You're just going to write things right there on the chart. So whatever numbers you need to write there, however many hours that is. And then at the end, you'll put whatever the answer is. I just made that up, so don't copy mine. All right, I do need to see your work. Then when you're done with the first page, you're going to do the second page, different start and end times, third page, and fourth page. Once you're done with all 4, then you will turn it in. All right, get logged in and get busy.